Good evening, graduates, families, friends, faculty and staff, and all of our honored guests, Dr. Hackett and members of the school committee. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. We will begin our program with the national anthem and our school song as sung by our Winchester High School chorus. He wants it on the... Thank you very much. At this time, we're going to introduce our first student speaker, Renee Lubomirski, who is representing our National Honor Society.
Good evening, all. Congratulations. My name is Renee Lubomirski, and I am honored to be selected as this year's NHS representative speaker. For those who don't know me, I'm a person of numbers, but I'm also a lover of a good trip down memory lane. So combining both things together, I present to you a numerical trip through our high school experience as a class of 2026. People love to say time flies, but my teenager self doesn't fully understand what that means until I see it in numbers. Because those hours cramming review worksheets and homework certainly felt endless, while the moments spent hunched over laughing with classmates disappeared in an instant. Each day, we spent roughly 7 hours at school. So with 180 school days a year and across 4 years, that's about 5,040 hours spent inside the Winchester High School, or over 18 million seconds spent learning, assessing, and building brain power, not to mention the countless sleepless nights homeworking. But somewhere between all those measurable hours, life happened in ways numbers could never fully capture. 4 years ago, or over 35,000 hours ago, we stepped into the high school for the first time as freshmen. Our first few days were an adjustment, newfound freedom with phones, navigating the large renovated building with red sofas seemingly in every corner, the greater class selection, but also the Babylon-like shape the high school had. Many of us relied heavily on our notes app directions, lovably referring to the B wing as the blood wing for its red color. Things were beginning to align as we adapted to the new pacing. Then came sophomore year, 26,000 hours ago, when we no longer were the new fish, but the returners, the middle child of the high school, when many of us found ourselves hunched over in Miss Jo's chemistry class, titrating rainwater, or over-titrating it in my case, instead of Miss White's biology class dissecting a frog. Coursework ramped up, and the I didn't know better freshman excuse no longer carried much weight. Fast forward 9,000 hours, and somehow junior year arrived. The year we officially became upperclassmen. The year off-campus lunch became an option, and the year PE class exemptions now existed. Don't worry, Mr. C, we still love you, and your push-up punishments, and the opportunity to face off the seniors in girls' flag football. Meanwhile, new courses unlocked, and we found ourselves baking Betty Crocker brownies for our 1950s presentation in Miss Malney's A-Push class, or calculating centripetal forces with flying pigs in Miss Huber's physics class. And at the turn of senior year, we were suddenly faced with a much larger and more serious version of the same question every second grader once dreamed about. What do you want to be when you grow up? Only now, people expected an actual answer. Applications were submitted, decisions were made, countdowns began, and now here we are in the present, 0 hours away, our last high school moment, standing at the end of something we once thought would take forever to arrive, but also at the beginning of another colossal journey ahead of us. In a way, we've been living in the future this whole time, counting down to it, planning for it, waiting for it, and suddenly it's here. But maybe the point was never to get here perfectly prepared, but to live in the moments that led up to it. Because while the numbers tell us we spent 5,040 hours in this building, they can't measure the hallway conversations that made bad days better, and they can't quantify each moment between peers, teachers, or friends. The truth is, we're not leaving high school with just the hours behind us. We're leaving with the moments that shaped us into who we are right now. And as we step into whatever comes next, new places, new people, new versions of ourselves, I hope we don't just keep moving forward, but instead live in the moment, cherishing what is around us. And on top of all, I hope we enter our new lives, but don't forget about this place. Looking to the person to your right and left, we might be going across the map, but make an effort to stay in touch. Send them a text message right now for 4 months from now, asking how everything is going. Do it. Join the alumni network and attend alumni events. Reach out during breaks, and I know I will see you all at our 5-year reunion. Congratulations and best of luck, class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Renee. Our second student speaker is Lucas Yang, student council president.
Good evening, faculty, staff, parents, and distinguished guests. My name is Lucas Yang, and it is my distinct privilege to speak here today as Winchester High School's Student Council President and on behalf of our graduating class of 2026. Ever since I first got an iPad, I've always imagined life to be like an extended film or TV series, one that I'm able to document through photos and videos. While I get to relive various moments and travel back in time through my camera roll, I was given another way to do so this past March when all of us seniors received the letters that we wrote as freshmen to our future senior selves. Opening mine, I could still vividly remember sitting down on January 18th, 2023, thinking I'd never see it again, but writing it nonetheless, as I didn't have senioritis then. I could still sense the anxiousness, the excitement, the nerves, and all the questions I had. Will I still be as energetic? Will I still get 8 hours of sleep? Will I change? Little could I have known how fast those 4 years would fly by. So today, in light of our freshman letters, I want each of us to reflect on our collective journeys and replay some of the scenes all the way from elementary school to today. I ask you all to rewind back to the first day of kindergarten, lining up outside the playground that we'd spend countless afternoons running around. The times we'd secretly share food at lunch, even when we weren't supposed to. Fast forward to middle school, texting all summer in that huge 6th graders group chat, sprinting to McCall's jam-packed cafeteria, singing on Zoom during asynchronous 7th grade. My fellow Olympians know. And the wild 8th grade boat party. Before we knew it, high school. Do you still remember when everyone watched the World Cup together in the caf? or cheering on the hockey team at the Garden. Alas, senior year, which started off with senior sunrise as we watched the gray clouds overhead. Classic New England. November 1st, which came by way too fast, Student Council's SPEP Rally and Spirit Week, which the seniors won, Royals, College Decisions, Senior Week, riding our bikes to school, Kimball Farms, and the final countdown. These are just some of the many memorable moments that we've all shared together that make up our larger, more complete life documentary. Notably, these snapshots in time will soon become the memories that we cherish. And as with any great film, it's these small moments that tell the most meaningful story. So, as our documentaries progress, notice and appreciate these little things. Remember the people, the places, and the emotions in each of these scenes. Speaking of people, there are so many individuals whose support and mentorship have been pivotal in my journey up to this point. I want to thank my guidance counselor, Mr. Burke, my teachers, especially Ms. Eden Hoffner and Mrs. Green, my student council advisor, Ms. Lane, and our principal, Ms. Konis, and assistant principals, Mr. Dupuis and Mrs. Paradise. To my fellow student council officers, Ben, Sophie, and Kadir, I could not have asked for a better team nor a better year of Suco. To my older brother, Raymond, thank you so much for being born first. Okay, but seriously, thank you for guiding me every step of the way, especially with math homework. And lastly, to my parents, who are the reason for all my accomplishments, work ethic, and confidence. Thank you for always encouraging me to pursue my passions and achieve my greatest dreams. Standing up here today is a testament to the opportunities I've gained because of the sacrifices you guys have made. To the other peers, mentors, parents, and everyone else who have inspired and helped me get to where I am forever grateful. Now, I'd like to share the last line in my letter. It reads, most of all, I hope that Senior Lucas reading this is proud of where he is and how far he has come. I think it's safe to say that each of us has made our freshmen selves proud. As I stand on this stage and look into the audience, I see a group full of uniquely talented but similarly ambitious individuals. I see athletes, musicians, artists, writers, and so much more, all of whom are authentically passionate about their craft. But what should make us most proud is not just who we've become, but how much we've grown. And so to answer the questions my freshman self had, yes, I've stayed true to some things. I still love having conversations with strangers. I'll still be working my summer job as a caddy, and I still, as I quote, absolutely love food. But I've also changed, not by becoming a completely different person, but by realizing that life is all about perspective. I've learned to see the world through a wider lens. Throughout high school, there were plenty of nights when I was stressing over an exam, convinced it was the end of the world. But over time, I started reminding myself how fortunate I was that an exam was what I was worrying about. As we embark on our next storylines, there will only be harder classes, longer nights, and greater responsibilities. What's important, though, is that we take things into perspective and appreciate what we do have, including the challenges that help us grow. At the same time, I encourage you all to live by Zootopia's theme song, Try Everything. Because, as my parents would always say, how do you know if you never try? Step outside your comfort zone. Go after what makes your heart beat faster, and remember that the great Muhammad Ali once said, impossible is nothing. Most importantly, always embrace the desire to seek new experiences, meet new people, and explore places as diverse as Zootopia. After all, a very wise bunny by the name of Judy Hopps once said, I implore you, try. Try to make the world a better place. Look inside yourself and recognize that change starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with all of us. Finally, in true fashion of this speech, I want you all to take out your phones and take a video or selfie. Go ahead, get those phones out. I will too. Y'all look great. Because this is a moment that you'll want to remember forever. While it's the finale of a chapter 13 years in the making, it also marks the beginning of a new act, a new series, with a new cast in a new setting. And that selfie or video is the opening scene, the first episode, the time capsule for our future selves, just like our freshman letters, that we'll be able to look back on. To all gathered here today, sit back, relax, and get yourselves ready for what the class of 2026 has in store. For all of us, our films won't follow the same plot, but that's the beauty of it all. Just know that this series will go by just as fast as the last. So make sure to enjoy and savor every second of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucas. Our next student speaker is the actual senior class president, Massimo Cella.
Hello, class of 2026. Oh, come on, do better than that. Let's go. There we go. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I just recently learned that public speaking triggers the same primal fear as spiders and heights. So again, I appreciate your attention and support for these next couple of minutes as I battle thousands of years of human evolution telling me to run off stage. First off, I would like to thank some very important people. Thank you to Ms. Konis, Ms. Paradise, and Mr. Dupuis. We appreciate everything you do to make WHS run smoothly, especially the loud music and bubbles as we walk in on Friday mornings, half asleep. Thank you to our teachers for their patience and dedication. Thank you to our counselors for guiding us during the last 4 years. Some of us definitely visited your offices often enough to give you some big headaches. Thank you to our cafeteria staff for fueling us, and to our custodial staff for keeping the school so clean you'd never know that 1,400 teenagers spend their days there. And a big thank you to Ms. Palacios, Ms. Bowman, and the class parents for all their work during the last 4 years, and for helping us have an amazing senior week and prom. We can honestly say that prom was the sweaty grand finale we were all hoping for. Thank you to my fellow class officers over the past 4 years, in particular, Mira, Adam, and Lucas. Yeah. And of course, to our families, for putting up with us for this long. And thank you again for letting me speak today, and for voting me class president for these 4 years. You have employed me and the other officers for life, as we will be seeing you at our 5-year, 10-year, and 20-year reunions. As one may imagine, I have spent most of the year stressing about the speech, because I regard it as a big responsibility on such a special day. I didn't know where to start, until someone gave me some simple advice. Be genuine, and maybe share something relatable that you wish you had done differently in high school. So, in true high school fashion, I procrastinated. But, fortunately, for once, my procrastination actually worked in my favor, because Senior Week provided great material for tonight's speech. Senior Week was a blast. We had Future Day, Bike Day, Field Day, Kimball Farm, Senior Breakfast, and then my personal favorite, going back to our elementary schools. I'm a Lincoln kid, but whether you came out of Ambrose, VO, Lynch, Morocco, Lincoln, or a school in another town or country, I think we all felt something special walking back through those doors. I personally couldn't believe how much everything looked the same. It was a bit surreal and melancholic. At the library, I couldn't stop thinking about the magic treehouse books, the scratchy rugs, and creating my very first computer password. A password that, for security reasons, I will not confirm I may or may not still be using today. After giving high fives to the little ones down the corridor, we went to the iconic playground. The iconic playground, where we used to play tackle football, soccer, foursquare, and of course, kickball on Friday afternoons. I remember the thrill of being a kid at recess, only being worried about whether the teachers would break up our deep snow tackle football games, whether we would be picked first for kickball, or if we would have enough time for one more game before the bell rang. At the time, those felt like very big worries, but they never stopped me from enjoying the moment. Somewhere along the way, that changed. As I got older, I started to let worries take over too many times. Sure, the older you get, the bigger the worries, but I may have taken it to a different level. And conversations with many of you have led me to believe I'm not alone in this. Every person on this field has spent 4 years comparing and wondering if they're doing enough or doing it right, occasionally interrupted by lunch, which was my personal favorite part of the day, especially the legendary nacho bar. We've all had the Sunday night dread, the 2 a.m. spiral, and the feeling that everyone else had a plan and you were still figuring it out. And while a certain amount of worry is healthy and to be expected, I think many of us may have allowed the worry to distract us from what is happening around us. The truth is, nobody knows exactly what the future holds. But everyone can control what they are doing right now. Maybe that's why walking through Lincoln Elementary School meant so much to me. It reminded me that some of the happiest moments we experience happen when we are not worried about what's coming next. To be truthful, I'm a bit of a hypocrite, because after spending the last few minutes telling you not to let the worry take over, all I can think about right now is what people are going to say about the speech after it's over. So yes, I recognize the irony, but maybe that's what makes this message worth sharing. We all worry, we are all nervous, and a little uncertain, but we are all going to be okay. So why let the worry take over? Class of 2026. Today is not just about celebrating what we've accomplished. It's also about recognizing how we all made it here, regardless of the stress, anxiety, and fear for the future. I won't remember everything I said today, and you won't remember most of the speech either. But I hope that no matter where you are next year, we remember being fully present at graduation. So let's take it in. Let's be present for ourselves and each other. Let's not worry about tomorrow. It's going to be here regardless, and we're going to be just fine. Because someday, just like that elementary school playground, this will be one of the memories we wish we could revisit one more time. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it happen.
Thank you so much, Massimo. Our next speaker is Tracy Regan, the elected faculty speaker who was chosen by the senior class.
Well, hello, everybody. To Principal Konis, members of our administration and school committee, fellow faculty and staff, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. It is truly an honor to be a part of this evening with all of you. If anyone had told me, even a few weeks ago, that I would be speaking to what I consider my very own Gillette Stadium, filled with people, I would have said, no way, not me. But when I thought about the fact that a good number of you anyway thought that I might add to tonight's celebration, I felt a little braver. So I hope that at least something that I have to share with you tonight is felt by some, or if I'm lucky, many of you. Here goes. As a teacher of both 9th and 12th grade, and occasionally I'm lucky enough to throw a 10th grade chemistry class in the mix, I have the unique opportunity to work with students at both the beginning and the final chapter of their high school journey. Witnessing your growth and confidence, maturity, character, and perspective across these two profoundly different stages of your lives has been both meaningful and deeply rewarding for me. But whether I've had you on my class roster, snorkeled with you in the Galapagos Islands this winter perhaps, advised your club, benefited so greatly from your help as a student assistant, or was simply fortunate enough to watch your journey from afar, please know that I'm speaking to each and every one of you tonight. As both a biology and a forensic science teacher, it's not lost on me that I spend my days covering two subjects that seem completely opposite. Biology explores the wonder and complexity of life, how living things grow, adapt, and survive. One thing biology teaches us is that growth is rarely neat or comfortable. In nature, growth often looks messy before it becomes something strong. Honestly, high school is not much different. You entered our building still figuring out who you were. Some of you found confidence immediately. Others took some time. Some of you changed friend groups, interests, goals, or plans for your future. Some of you faced challenges that people around you never fully saw. But growth happened anyway, and that's something worth recognizing today. Biology also teaches us that organisms most likely to thrive are not always the strongest or the smartest. They are the ones most willing to adapt. Be willing to grow. Be willing to reconsider. Be willing to listen. Be willing to hold yourself accountable, and be willing to become someone even better than the person you are today. Forensics, on the other hand, examines what happens when life is disrupted and how science can help uncover the truth. One of the foundational figures in forensic science was a French criminologist named Edmond Locard, who developed what is now known as Locard's exchange principle. His simple but powerful idea was that every contact leaves a trace. Whenever people, objects, or environments interact, they leave something behind and take something with them. At WHS, that principle certainly applies. Some of those traces are quite literal, like the artwork and artist statements that Tommy Donlin so kindly spent hours sanding off of our classroom's bench dividers. Thank you, Tommy. I don't know where you are. But other traces are unable to be erased. They are the impressions we leave on other people. And after watching this class over the years, I can say with confidence, you have left traces everywhere. With every conversation, with every friendship, with every act of kindness, encouragement, leadership, or support. With every time you stayed after class to help clean up without being asked. With every time you included someone sitting alone. And with every time you made someone laugh on a difficult day. I think one of the hardest lessons for young people is understanding that no single moment defines you. In forensics, or any science for that matter, we never build a conclusion from one single piece of evidence. We gather more. We look for patterns, context, and the full story. Life works the same way. One bad grade does not define you. One failure does not define you. One awkward moment, wrong decision, or difficult season does not define you. What actually defines you is what you do next. Your resilience, your integrity, and your willingness to keep showing up. And this graduating class has done a lot of showing up. You showed up through pressure, uncertainty, expectations, disappointments, deadlines, and all the strange realities of being teenagers in a world that expects you to have everything figured out far too soon. The truth is, very few adults actually have everything figured out either. Sorry, parents. We are all improvising a little more than you think. Maybe that's comforting, or maybe that's terrifying. I'll let you decide. But here is what I do know. The world does not need you to be perfect. It needs you to be curious, kind, and adaptable. And as you move forward, remember back to Locard's principle. Leave evidence of compassion, leave evidence of integrity, leave evidence that made people feel seen, respected, and valued. Because from years from now, people may not remember your class rank, your SAT scores, or even what you wore to prom, but they will remember how you treated people. That is the lasting evidence of a meaningful life. So wherever life takes you next, leave good evidence behind and take good evidence with you. Unless, of course, it is at a crime scene. I've taught you much better than that. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you so much, Ms. Regan. Families, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests, I am honored to be here with all of you tonight celebrating these graduates. Class of 2026, we are so proud of what you have accomplished during your time at WHS, and we know you are all destined to continue to achieve great things. We are confident that we're sending you out into the world with all of the knowledge and skills that you need to take on real life. But if you will indulge me, I have one more piece of advice to share before you go. I'm here today speaking to you because I live the advice I am about to give. When this school year started, I never imagined I would be the person giving this speech today. But the month of September had different plans for me than I had for myself, and here I am. Life does that. No matter how much you plan and how hard you work to implement that plan, life comes at you fast. Sometimes that looks like getting the right thing, but at the wrong time. Other times, something you never expected or were even looking for gets offered as an option. As much as we try to plan, we can't control everything. And honestly, the way life works, the minute we try to control everything, is when exactly the unexpected happens. But every curveball, every unexpected situation, every opportunity at the wrong time actually is a right opportunity. Don't get me wrong. I understand the instinct to immediately spin negative and think, why couldn't this have happened 6 months from now? Or why couldn't this have happened instead of that? It can be easy to wallow in disappointment, frustration, and anger. But that doesn't get you anywhere except exactly where you are and in a bad mood to boot. Instead, think to yourself, maybe my timeline was wrong, and this is the right time. Or maybe B is the better thing instead of A. If that opportunity is coming to you at that time, the universe is sending you a message that this is the time for you to rise to the occasion and step up to the challenge. So jump at that unexpected chance. Take that unplanned opportunity. I can't guarantee that it will always work out perfectly. Certainly my school year has had a few bumps along the way, but who doesn't love a 4-day weekend as the result of a hazmat incident in the chem lab? But if I had not taken my right job, wrong time chance, I would have missed out on so many great things that happened this year, the highlight of which is being here with all of you right now. So my advice to you, class of 2026, is to go for it, whatever it is, even when it doesn't feel totally right, even when it's the wrong time. I would be just doing a disservice to the English teacher side of me if I didn't offer you some sort of literary quote. So let's look to the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson when he said, "Life is a series of surprises and would not be worth taking or keeping if not." Lean into those surprises, and you may even surprise yourself with what you are able to accomplish. Congratulations, class of 2026. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, time for some diplomas. Oh, wow. Ready?
Mila Aberg. Felix Abruzizi. Benjamin Acker. Sarah Adams. Jack Allen. Emil Alteraz. Sydney Andella. Anna Maria Andronesi. Violet Marie Aroni. Sakaith Arun. Joel Zion Aryi. Evan Ashuri. Giancarlo Aurelio. Arsen Bagdasarian. Will Bagley. Adam Banan. Annabelle Layla Falter. Elvira Barney. Madeline Barron. Kathleen Beauchamp. Lila Beauchamp. Sienna Bellantuano. Joseph Balistri. Nicholas Berg. Vida Bilovskaya. Andrea Zimmerman Billick. Thomas Richard Blake. Isabella Grace Bogovich. Dylan Bonnell. Quinn Bonnell. Hayden Brees Borkovac. Rocco Botari. Adam Jason Bratt. Zoe Pamela Bratt. Caden Brady. Theodore Budreski. Hallelujah Boyd. Harrison Burbine. Jack Burkhart. Clarice Burnham. Colin Butler. Did I say your name already, Colin? Colin Butler. Sorry. Ashley Byrne. Julia Lucille Campo. Nathaniel Campo. Tessa Capodanno. Juan Carlin. George Carlisle. Jasper Carswell. Isabella Nogueira Castro. Massimo Cella. Josie Chang. Parker Chow. Henry Chen. Justin Chen. Oliver Jingbin Chi. Hagyung Choi. Maddie Choi. Oscar Kobold. Max Cohen. Mitchell Collins. Parker Camo. Miles Andrew Conlon. Liam David Connolly. Neela McKinnon Cormier. Lauren Rose Core. Liliana Cox. Edward Benicio Curcio. Stephen Cushing. Eliana Dijo. Mert F.A. Dolkenlynch. Brett Lawrence Daniels. Benjamin John D'Antonio. Alistair Michael Datoli. Addie Davis. Gabriel de Oliveira Goncalves. Spencer Jeffrey Dean. Clara Silva de Oliveira. Gianni DePrimio. Alexa Joelle DeRosa. Maddie Dobbins. Noah Christopher Dollard. Chloe Dong. Edward Joseph Donlin. Thomas Joseph Donlin. Finn Doyle. Tenzin Doyle. Lydia Seven Drapeau. Rachel Ann Dunlap. Abigail Hill Dupuy. Mia Lauren Dupuy. Tom Duval. Sif Sama Abid. Ryan Ellington Heisler. Catalina Elvander. Dawson English. Maggie Heidi Ernst. Ian Wallace Arico. Maddie Fakiri. Julia Fan. Peter Carmine Farisi. Grace Farina. Valentina Faizulina. Vivian Thang. Michael Ficocello. Adam Fiorentino. Courtney Cassell Fisher. Callista Fisher. Julia Kate Freddy. Eamon Frangelo Lofstrom. Gwyneth Geico. Samantha Paige Gall. Sinead Gallagher. Ira Gangham. Nolan Gannon. Sean Garrett. Serene Giran. Peter Gierga. Jonathan Gilmer. Camille Geraldine Glancy. Chloe Ruth Goldberg. Oliver Goldberg. Ruby Elza Goldberg. Eric Scharf Gorman. Liv Goyal. Lila Griffin. Patricio Guereca. Gus Nathaniel Gustafson. Sophie Rose Hadass. Hashim Mayan Haddadine. Chloe Hannon. Brooklyn Hardman. Noah Harley. Jack Harris. Brian Liam Harrison. Nora Susan Harstad. Teague Healy. Max Henderson. Emma Hendesi. Joe Hendesi. Gabriella Hermsdorf. Ryan Hess. Evelyn Hesterberg. Talia Ember Ho. Jen Ho. Catherine Elena Howard. Ray Chen Hu. Crystal Huang. Carson Infantino. Noah Jackson. Davis Jensen. Shreya Jha. Claire Jang. Laura Jang. Hollis Noel Johnson. Paris Jones. Cole Jones. Advay Karthikeyan. Mira Karanakaran. Alex Key. Lola Christiane Keeney. Abigail Kelly. Chris Kelly. Marley Marie Curlin. Lynn Kin. Jiwoo Kim. Sean Prince Kinyanjui. Isaac Neese. Zachary Alexander Knight. Caleb Holberg. Juliette Mary Coppola. Luka Milan Kovachev. Thomas John Kolwazak. Kadir Vale Kumarin. Peter Theodore Kurtz. Other side. Elise Nora Kushmerek. Ryan Daniel Cotillo. Braden LaJoy. Sonia Radha Lakshmanan. Allison Law. Ella Layton. Alana Lee. Sophie Lee. Helen Lee. You're gonna move on. Marvin Lee. Chiantone Lee. Yian Lee. Jacob Galahad Lieberman. Mason Ruby Lieberman. Brian Lynn. Jinhang Lin. Rebecca Lin. Thomas Lisi. Katrina Liu. Patrick Liu. Mia Isabel Locke. Jerry Liu. Ethan Lubomirsky. Renee Lubomirsky.
Alex McAmer. Sophie Madden. John McGuire. Tyler Malcolm. Ilias Malik. Will Mango. Rose Antoinetta Marino. Ashton Caroline Marnick. Ryan Martin. Savannah Rainia May. June McCabe. Ella Killian McCarthy. Sloan McCarthy. Sophie Killian McCarthy. Caitlin Emily McGonigal. Ella Houlihan McGowan. Kevin McIver. Lily McKinley. Kira Ann McNamara. Johnson May. Johanna Melhorn. Priscilla Meyer. Matthew McCula. Amanda Elizabeth Mitchell. Ruth Malloy. David Monteiro. Duarte Monteiro. Bella Rose Morovitz. Slate Morrison. Ayuka Mew. Sharanya Mukherjee. Aiden Vincent Storer Mulcahy. Yua Murakami. Celia Marin Noctegal. Hannah Naley. Kai Napido Becerra. Nadia Napido Becerra. William Carter Nelson. Jason Scott Wynn. Selena Wynn. Alexander Norman. Chris O'Callahan. Ronan O'Connell. Macklin O'Flynn. Ava O'Gorman. Jason O'Hagan. Kian Patrick O'Mara. Adam O'Riordan. Axel Ingva Allen Osborne. Lillian Carmela Austin, Michaela Ann Panagaco, Kayla Rose Pandolf, Maya Elizabeth Pappenhausen, Junwoo Park, Logan Park, Max Passarello, Dia Patlola, Emily Gonzalez Pellerine, Owen Fenico, Gianna Phillips, Gwen Alexia Phillips, Quinn Pimentel, Isabella de Oliveira Pinto, Zahara Nia Eamon Pless, Zara Poole, Bilal Parecha, Gabrielle Power, Harper Price, Meredith Grace Prokops, Madeline Rabinovich, Maddox Paul Ray, Krish Walwani, Justin Reno, Owen Rollins, Declan Daniel Ross, Nikki Rotundi, Loritz Victor Roppel, Annika Sophia Rudlinger, Sylvia Ryan Rufo, Aiden Rupel, Christopher Carter Russo, Catherine Noreen Ryan, Paige Breyer, Delilah Joy Vosal, Maya Violet Salyers, Haniel Santos, George Sarandis, Carson Benjamin Sarpong, Ava Louise Sawyer, Sam Schreiber, Noah Seitz, Omar Sika, Lucas Sakino, Denise Salmana, Juliette Ella Sems, Quinn Clark Shanley, Guhan Shanmugam, Georgia Shargle, Catherine Elizabeth Sheehan, Patrick Joseph Sheehan, Nora Scheipel, David Sherman, Chloe Giselle Silberman, Bowden Simpson, Shannon Singer, Dariana Skobaleva, Karen Fernandez Souza, Cooper Hale Spence, Christopher Sprague, Dariana Nia St. Hubert, Lily Stewart, Carl Stredick, Michelle Sue, Siobhan Rose Sullivan, Andrew Sun,
Matthew Sun, Yatong Sun, Elliot Swain, Claire Swallow, Arushi Swaminathan, Luke Terabelsi, Natalie Elizabeth Taylor, Spencer Thompson, Arav Theogrudgeon, Cecilia Torres, Grady Braun Trent, Casey Trumbauer, Nikichi Suchida, Alexander Turan, Landon Turk, Abhinav Upal, Gavin Bernard Valeriano, Nicholas Venikov, Emil Villamuz, Leo Arthur Volchuk, Madison Elizabeth Von Mering, Chao An Vu, Henry Maurice Wallace, Kayla Wallace, Anna Walsh Cook, Alex Wang, Leo Wang, Sophie Wasserman, Jeremy Michael Watson, Jenna Werfali, Grace Marin Wilhoit, Ben Wilson, Kayla Wong, June Woodward, Katie Wu, Thomas Wu, Alexandros Nikolos Xanthopoulos, Rhea Yadav, Rohan Yadav, Dylan Yang, Lucas Yang, Lucas Yao, Zeki Yuzichi, Beckett Drake Yemenis, Vivian Kara Yemenis, Bennett Yu,
Let's go, Ben!
Anna Zhang, Roland Zhang, Emma Joe,
Go on!
Cindy Joe, Adam Zobian, Justin Zoe,
Mr. Dupuy, are you ready to do the honors?
Okay, this is it right here. Seniors, with the class of 2026, please rise. All right. At this time, You may move your tassels from the right to the left of your cap. Hold on. Having met all the standards set forth by the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, as well as the graduation requirements required by the Winchester Public School Districts, you are officially declared graduates of Winchester High School. Congratulations.